And the reason why so many investors find it so difficult to address the challenge that sustainable investing presents to the investment community is because too many investors are just simply too short-term. The investment world over the last number of decades has become increasingly myopic, increasingly casino-like, as investment strategies are run on a shorter and shorter term basis. The average holding period for an investment fund in the UK and in the US is now around 18 months. In some studies it's as little as 6 months. So somewhere between 6 months and 18 months is the average holding period, which means most funds are not being invested, in my view, they're being traded. Our average holding period is more like 7 years. So we turn the portfolio over very slowly. Our investments are made with a genuinely long-term investment time horizon. And in that context, the economic transition to a more sustainable economy, the growth opportunity that these companies face, the benefits of investing in higher quality businesses are allowed to come through and become very relevant to generating investment return. And so in the context of being a genuinely longer term investor, then sustainability is a very positive dynamic for investment returns. It becomes difficult if one's a shorter term investor to really make the two match off. And that's where I think that myth of investing sustainably or investing for positive impact not being a genuine return-seeking investment strategy comes from. But if you are a genuinely longer-term investor, then I think that myth can be substantially debunked. One of the things that we've done in the 2018 impact report is look at the amount of carbon that is produced by $1 million invested in the MSCI World Index. So the amount of carbon emissions associated with the MSCI World Index for a given amount invested. We've then done a calculation for the equivalent amount of carbon that would need to be associated with the MSCI World Index, would need to be associated with the broad market to be consistent with a 1.5 degree world. And then in context alongside that, the amount of carbon avoided that is associated with $1 million invested in the WHEB strategy. And so you can see in a very real context the disproportionate benefit from $1 million invested in WHEB's impact investment strategy in the Pengana WHEB Sustainable Impact Fund in the context of the aspirations that we have to move towards a 1.5 degree world.